10 years ago, probably, I was throwing my lower back out all the time, just constantly hurting my lower back. And I'd throw my back out and I'd be down sleeping on the floor for 3 weeks, and I'd get up and feel good for 3 days, and then I'd throw it out again, and I'd sleep on the floor for 2 weeks, and then I'd feel good for 2 days and I'd throw it out again. And one day I threw it out and I went to the chiropractor, and I'd never been to a chiropractor before. And I went in, and the chiropractor goes, "I'm not going to treat you." And I was like, "What do you mean you're not going to treat me? I hurt." And he goes, "We're going to schedule you for x-rays in 2 weeks." I'm here to get treatment right now. I am in agony right now. I'm probably not going to hurt in 2 weeks. And they didn't say this, but that was the point. Now, I wish they'd have treated me. Like I'm still a little bitter over them not treating me, but the fact that they didn't um, ended up being a good thing. Okay, so I go back in for X-rays 2 weeks later, and I felt great. My back didn't hurt at all, and I got my X-rays back. And I wish I still have the pictures somewhere. I got to dig them up. So on the X-ray, my back is bent like this to the side. Okay, like this. I'm walking around, and little did I know that I was walking around like this everywhere, just at an angle. My neck had no bend in it, and I was messed up. I felt great. And they showed me, "You're in a lot of pain." And I was like, "No, I'm not in a lot of pain." And they showed me the x-rays and said, "Tell me again, you're not in a lot of pain." And I was like, "Okay, I guess I'm in pain. That's not the way that my body is supposed to behave." I have pain. I didn't know that I had pain because I wasn't feeling it. So, I'll give you some classic examples in probate. Hey, we're just dealing with the court stuff. Haven't even talked about what we're going to do with the house yet. We might keep it. We don't know yet. Okay. You go through and ask some of the questions that Bill was asking, and yeah, do you check the mail there every day? No, I don't live there. Okay. Oh, it's vacant. Okay, yeah, it's vacant. Probably not a big burden. I imagine you guys probably don't have a mortgage on the place. No, we do have a mortgage. Oh, how much is the payment? 2,200 a month. Okay, plenty of money in the bank account. Really not a burden. Well, I mean, 2,200 is 2,200. I don't know. Are you paying utilities? Yeah, it's summer. Who's cutting the grass? Yeah, I send someone over. That's about 50 bucks a pop. Suddenly, this person that, no big rush, don't have to give the house away, haven't talked to the rest of the family, suddenly they start convincing themselves that there's pain, which was there all along, but they just weren't recognizing and thinking about the challenges. They weren't thinking about the mortgage. They weren't thinking about the vacant property insurance. They weren't thinking about the no trespassing. They weren't thinking about having to drive over there 45 minutes twice a week to check the property. They weren't thinking about cutting the grass. They weren't thinking about these things. It didn't mean that the pain didn't exist, but we ask questions and help them recognize that the pain exists. Okay. It's an art. It's a beautiful art when you can get when someone starts asking questions and uncovering challenges that people had that they didn't even recognize that they had. And it's not that you're saying, "Don't you see how this means you have to sell the house?" What I prefer is someone to go, "Bruce, I didn't realize it, but we got to sell this house." "Oh, okay. Um, do you want do you want to work with me, or are you thinking about going with someone?" "No, we want to work with you." Okay. I love it when I'll tell people in the beginning of a relationship, "Hey, my goal is to be either your buyer or your agent, one of the two things. That's my goal." Now, I'm not going to push you there. I'm never going to be the agent that pushes a blue pen in your face and says, "Sign this contract." So if you guys, through our interaction, want to work with me, I want you to just tell me that you want to work with me. And then I'll shut up and grab an agreement. And then we'll get talking, and 45 minutes in, they go, "Bruce, you don't need to say anything more. Make us an offer." Or, "Bruce, you don't need to say anything more. Let's get started. I think we want you to list the house." But they wouldn't say that if I hadn't told them in the beginning that I want to be your agent or your buyer. if I hadn't said that. Most of us get to the end of a presentation and we grab this blue pen and we say, hey, if you want to do this, you need to sign right here. And people go, whoa, whoa, wait a minute. Too much pressure. Too much pressure. So let them lead you across the finish line, but make it really clear way before the time to close. Make it really clear that you want the relationship. Okay, if they don't know you want the relationship, they'll let it linger. They'll say, okay, let us think about it. We'll call you later. So make it really clear that you want the relationship, but then when you get closer, make sure that they're the person that feels like they are leading you across the line of working together.